What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again. We're going to be doing another series review. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this. I know I'm enjoying it to review this because it brings back a lot of memories of being able to go over different shows that I personally either grew up watching or watched throughout my life. And I'm going to be talking about probably one of the most very well known shows, which is Two and a Half Men. If you guys don't know about Two and a Half Men, go first off, click off the video and go check it out. First off, this show was absolutely crazy. Starring Charlie Sheen, John Cryer as Charlie and Alan Harper. And of course we got the Angus T. Jones who played Jake Harper. Later on we got Ashton Kutcher who replaced Charlie Sheen with the character Walton Schmidt. Now, if you guys don't know nothing about this show, first off I feel very sorry for you. Because it was like one of the highest paid shows out there when you look at Two and a Half Men from then to now. You look at the actors now, wow. You look at how they were then, wow. Some are no longer with us, like the actress who played Berta, may she rest in peace. Very funny actress. Throughout the story of Two and a Half Men, we have where Alan, who John Cryer plays as a soon-to-be divorced dad who gets kicked out, having to go live with his very successful playboy, party-hopping brother, Charlie Harper, played by Charlie Sheen. And throughout the story, and we got, Angus T. Jones, he played by Jake Harper, the son of Alan and Judith. Now, I will say personally, overall, throughout the entirety of Two and a Half Men, I love this show. There are parts of this show that I absolutely love. There are things about this show that I absolutely despise. And I really don't know what to get into first, because there are things about this show I love, and there's things about this show that I'm not I would say, a fan of. I mean, we see the entirety of what Alan goes through up and down throughout his life. I'm just going to go by character. I think character would be better. Because throughout the entirety of Alan, he learns a lot from Charlie. He learns a lot from himself, living, and he's between a schmuck, a cheapskate, and just a pain in the ass at times. He learns how to survive in certain ways, but at the same time, he either comes up living with Charlie or staying in the house even after Walden buys it. So, which was really interesting. I think Alan, he went from almost three divorces. I mean, Judith, I never saw how that would have worked, because Judith was a big pain in the ass. She was a ball breaker, controlling, very manipulative, very money hungry, power hungry. And then Kennedy, bombshell, drop dead gorgeous, but dumb as a box of rocks, funny, and then took Alan for all his money. And then what gets me, though, is he goes through all these relationships, and one of the best relationships he had was the one that was a transgender who, I can't remember what her name was. That was probably one of his best relationships, but I would consider Melissa. I mean, Melissa, who unfortunately had a relationship with Charlie, and then, I would say a wild weekend with Charlie, then got with Alan. That relationship made more sense than the one that Alan was. He kept going back to Lindsay for whatever reason. Lindsay was like another version of Judith. Used Alan, was a power-hungry, manipulative, very selfish character. And she used everything to her advantage to get what she wanted. And again, it was just a pain in the ass, because I'm like, really? Why is she... But again, you have people that keep going back to people that are just, it's not working. And then, same thing with Charlie. He went through almost 2 marriages. The second one with Chelsea it could have worked if she did not go out and literally cheat on him, because that's pretty much what it was that she was wanting to cheat. And he saw it, because Charlie's done it. And then finally, even with the other ones, with the judge, she was more concerned about her career. And then you had, oh man, what was her name? The other one that he got with, she was trying to change him. And Charlie, Charlie Sheen, he was a blast to have on the show. He was a blast to watch for his performance, and he was the highest TV paid actor at the time. And finally, unfortunately, when he did, what he did, throughout all his wild stuff that he was doing, even before and after and during Two and a Half Men, it just wasn't the same without him. There was no flair when he was on there. And then they brought in, Ashton Kutcher as Walton Schmidt, who was the dumbfounded but kind-hearted, billionaire that, took in Alan and Jake, and they became best friends, and then they adopted a kid together, and then Juan went through his, almost marriages with, all the women that he was with, which, from all the ones I remember, I think the only one that I would say that actually treated him right was the one that was broke that he met while he was pretending to be broke, and then she became very successful in her clothing line. Other than his first one, she was a pain in the ass, like a Judith. And the second one, she was like another Judith / Lindsay. So other than that, and one played Jake. The character grew up to be a real dumbass, and the actor grew up to be a real dumbass. I'm gonna say that because he said one thing about the show, and then he says another thing. But bro, you're still getting royalties. Or Team Was Knowledge, you're still getting royalties because the show's still on the air for reruns. So you're still getting money. So I wouldn't bitch because you're getting paid. You're getting pretty much free money if you're not working around it. You're getting free money because the show was a hell of a hit. And you're still getting paid. So I don't know why the guy was bitching. And he went, oh, he found God. And then he, don't watch this trash. And it's like, dude, you are basically crapping on Charlie Sheen, John Cryer, the show, everything. And it was like, what the hell's going on, man? Like, what are you doing? And at the very end, them trying to bring Charlie back, which like, oh, Rose killed, supposedly, he didn't die. Rose just, kept him captured for so long, which again was weird because no one knew that he was there. It didn't make sense. And then also that Charlie had a mysterious daughter that no one, wanted to bring in, which again, it worked. But at the same time, it just kind of felt like they were pulling things out of their ass. It's like, okay, how the hell did he keep this quiet for so long? Like, how did he keep it quiet for so long? There was so many signs he could have had a daughter, and he knew. But he was so scared of having a kid. And, again, I felt like they pulled it out of their ass, which in a way they did. And then, of course, having all these other characters in the show, it didn't make sense overall. And when I say characters in it didn't make sense, they had characters that were for the relationships that over a while you just wanted to go away. And some of the episodes were stupid, or it just got really repetitive, like you knew what was going to happen, or you knew how this was going to happen, and it just kind of got like, wow, really? Also, their mother, Evelyn, she was a very manipulative, selfish person. I mean, that's basically the way I know how to describe it. I mean, overall, this show, it has a lot of faults, but it has a lot of good, too. It's one of those, I could literally pop this on, whether it be a DVD, on TV, have it for background noise, or fall asleep during watching it, and still laugh at a lot of good episodes. I can still have fun watching this show, whether it would be with Charlie Sheen, or even with Ashton Kutcher, and some of the dumb stuff that Alan does, or even some of the dumb stuff that Jake does, or Charlie, or Walden, or Berta, or, all this stuff that, you're looking at yourself and you're like, that wouldn't happen in reality. That wouldn't happen in reality. If it does, wow. Like, just wow. But overall, I like the show. I don't think the show was that bad. I think it had a lot. I think it went up and down when they tried to replace Charlie Sheen, and they did so to a certain degree, and it worked to a certain degree, and then it failed to a certain degree. But overall, again, the show's there. It's been off the air for years. It's over. It's done with. And again, the show may not be for everybody. The show may not be for everybody, which is perfectly fine. If you love the show, you love the show. If you hate the show, you hate the show. But overall, the show itself is going to have some memorable moments. I think one of my favorite episodes is when Charlie gets sick, and then some of the Christmas episodes, and then the one where Charlie's dating a goth who is trying to put a curse on Alan. And then probably the one where Jake brings home his older girlfriend Tammy. That's probably one of my favorite episodes. And then the one where, man, which one was it? Man, there's so many good episodes. And the one where Alan falls off the roof. There's so many ones that is just absolutely hilarious that I can literally sit there and I can laugh so hard I'll be crying. because it was that good, between either the writing or just the performance or all the above. But go check out Two and a Half Men. If you've never watched Two and a Half Men, give it a chance. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's perfectly fine. Do you guys ever? Have you guys watched Two and a Half Men? If so, let me know. If you did, what did you think of it? What did you not like about it? What did you love about it? What do you think made it good? What do you think made it bad? What do you think made it worse? What characters did you like? What characters did you absolutely hate? Let me know down in the comments down below if you guys need to channel, subscribe, leave a big fat like for the love for the show, or just for the video, man. I mean, this really gets out to more Two and a Half Man fans such as yourselves, or anyone that tries to listen, or even me myself being a Two and a Half Man fan. But either way, let me know what your thoughts are about this down in the comments. Hope you guys are enjoying your day, and I'll see you on the next one.